So I just want to take a minute to post a couple of comments that kind of been on my mind. Actually, one that happened this morning, and I'll share it with you um, during one of these crazy thundering lightning storms here in Thailand. Man, I've been around some or been in some pretty violent storms growing up in Florida and living in Atlanta for a few years. But man, Thailand, yeah, you guys got some really special storms because actually the storm came in and woke me up at about 2:30, almost 3 o'clock this morning, and I thought it was leaving, and then it came back. I thought I was leaving, and it came back again. Oh my God! So yeah, I think I went back to sleep at about 4:30 this morning. But actually, I want to start with this whole social media thing. Social media. Um, uh, Actually, I'm of retirement age, so I mean, you figure it out. I'm at least 62 years old. Okay, so I'm not telling you my exact age. It's none of your business. But I've been around a while, and actually, when I was a kid, there was no social media. Okay, you took your ass outside and you went outside and played. Okay, you didn't sit inside playing video games and all these different things that kids enjoy these days. They didn't let you sit up in the house and watch TV all afternoon, all evening. After you got out of school. No, you went outside and played. You did something constructive. Or some whatever else your parents had you doing. I was the youngest of six. Um, the next older than I was 10 years older. So at a certain point, I felt like an only child because I was the only one left at home. So yeah, I had to take out the garbage and and uh, rake the yard, rake up leaves, and all these things. Cut the yard. Hey, that was my job. I was the yard boy. That was that was kind of my nickname. They called me the yard boy for a while because hey, every time my friends passed by my house, and we had a big yard too. That was my job. I took care of the yard. So anyway, no. So social media, yeah, that was not a thing. Okay, so here's the deal. Um, I think when you think about social media, and apparently some of you people are actually drinking your own Kool-Aid, and I would advise you not to do that. That's because it makes you act kind of strange. Um, and I'll give you an example. So I'm out, and I saw this person. I recognize this person that has done quite a bit of social media. Media, as a matter of fact, he had done quite a few videos. This person, okay, and I'm just going to say this person. I'm not going to say it's a guy or a girl, okay. Um, so I watched this person's videos before I came over here to Thailand. So when I saw this person, I was just going to speak and say, hey, thanks for the videos. I enjoyed them and they actually helped me, okay, before I came over here. So I saw this person. So I called out once as the person's passing by me. We're about 10 feet apart, right? So I call out, person keeps her head down, eyes straight ahead, and keeps going. If I need to get someone's attention, I can do that. Okay, I know how to do that. So I call out again. This person still kept their head down, looked straight ahead, and kept walking. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, so it's really that serious? So I'm not in the thing where I see people on social media, they post people, the person's name and all these things, and they attack them, and I'm not about that. Okay, this is really just a little PSA from your Uncle Ivan Kamau. Okay, that's exactly what this is. Um, and PSA is basically to say, hey, don't drink your own Kool-Aid. Okay, don't put yourself up on such a high pedestal that you think, oh, because I may have 100,000 followers, oh, now I'm somebody, and I'm somebody better than you, and I'm apparently too important to acknowledge another human being, which is crazy. I definitely do not subscribe to that attitude. Okay, simply because we're all human beings, right? We came into this world naked, and we will all go out the same way. So your little 100,000 or 200,000, whatever followers you have, does not make you any more important than anybody else. Okay, I'm just going to put that out there. Okay. Okay, so people do social media for different reasons, right? I mean, I guess it's a thing to go viral, sure, and you can become famous in a short period of time, and that's great. Okay, I'm not knocking that. Um, of course, getting monetized and being able to make money doing this, that's fine. I'm not knocking that either. Um, Me personally, I do this for fun. No one's paying me. I don't have 1,000 subscribers, okay? But I'm basically documenting my journey while I'm in Thailand. So this is a fun thing to me, okay? I find it a challenge to just sit down and be able to do videos because I've never been that guy, you know? So I do it on my own time because, you know, it's one of the things that I do. I'm a retired guy, okay? So I'm not making money from doing this. So I have a retirement. Okay. I have a retirement. I get social security, and I get whatever else the US government owes me, okay, for my service to my country. And believe me, I served my country quite well. Okay. And yes, put my life on the line quite often. Okay. So I deserve every penny. So that's not the case for me. Doing social media and trying to make money and trying to go viral and become famous and all this stuff. I don't care about that. I've been around uh, famous people before, rich people. I've been around stars. When I retired from law enforcement, I did private security for rich people, and I'm talking, yeah, millionaires, billionaires. I did some I was in some pretty exclusive places. Okay, so I know money, and I know people that are important. I've been around a lot of these people. So when a person that's just a social media kind of a personality, if you call it that, I'm really not impressed. So again, that's what I'm saying. Social media has some of us so messed up in the head that it's really got us twisted, right? And it's really got our priorities kind of jacked up. So looking at how social media has evolved, I really think it's it's got us, some of us, really on a different on a different energy that's really not good. It's a lot of it is just really selfish and really hateful. Anyway, society just really has us all jacked up. It has, I mean, your kids not wanting to listen to your parents, or your both your parents not wanting to listen to each other. In the U.S. and the West, we have a high rate of divorce. Yes, I've been through three of them. So, man, what does it take for people to just work together? And yes, I will speak to my people first, people that look like me. If we can't work together, what the hell are we doing? Especially now in today's climate, uh, in our society, especially looking at the U.S. and yes, I'll say it, the current administration, it seems to be heading in a certain direction, and everybody's kind of just standing by. And I don't know. I think some of us think that things will just continue the way they always have been. You can go to the club and shake your ass and pop your little fans and think that everything's going to be okay. Meanwhile, there are these idiots that are in power, that are in certain positions, that are planning your demise. So I would encourage you to kind of wake up and see what's really going on in this world, and kind of reset your priorities. To me, it just makes no sense to kind of bury your head in the sand and pretend like, oh, everything's fine, and then you put yourself in these certain positions to look at other people as being beneath you. That just makes no sense to me. So I just think we can do better. Okay, all right, that's enough of that. Let's move on. So I want to show you what happened to me this morning at about 3:30, 4 o'clock. So I had a really bad thunderstorm, lightning. I mean, it was yeah, it was pretty bad. It woke me up. And so I'm laying there. And so about the time that I thought about, okay, well, maybe I can get some video of the storm a little bit. I have a big window right here, sliding door. So I figured I'll use my phone. So I had my phone in the bed with me. So I just decided to just hold the phone, and put it up to the window and everything. So I thought, because it had gotten quiet, right? And so I figured the storm had moved away and it wasn't directly right here in my area, because lightning, normally when lightning is that bad, hey, I get quiet, I go have a seat, and I wait until the storm is over. That's what I do. Um, so I'm taking a little footage, and then all of a sudden, this big lightning bolt just. So yeah, let me show you exactly what happened.